Correct.
All right. Morning, everybody, and I'd like to open the meeting at 9:05. We have Councillor Vincent online. Good morning, Councillor.
Morning.
And Councillor Burkett's going to be just 5 or 10 minutes late. So if we could start with confirmation of the minutes of the ordinary meeting on the 28th of August 2025. Councillor Brompton.
I move that the minutes of the ordinary meeting held on the 28th of August 2025 be confirmed.
Seconded by Councillor Davis. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. 15.1, Stock Route Compliance Policy. Do I have a mover? Councillor Searight.
I move that Council endorse the stock route compliance policy as presented to ensure effective management of the stock route network, promote compliance and align with legislative and strategic objectives.
Have a seconder? Councillor Hancock. Would you like to speak, Councillor?
Just briefly, thanks, Mayor. This policy is just in regards to give us, while it looks very simple, it just gives us a basic framework to move forward with any compliance and issues we're having with just travelling stock and how to manage that in regards to levels of, how to put it, levels of how we, importance, so to speak, priorities, that's it. But yeah, and that's as simple as it gets, really.
Anyone else like to speak? Just like to say thanks, Annie, to the team. Yeah, nice and simple, works for us, so thank you very much. All right, all those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. Thank you. 15.3, Roma Sale Yards Beef Banquet Post-Event Report.
15.2.
Oh, sorry, did I miss one?
36.
Oh, sorry. Hold that thought. 15.2, Committee Representation, Outback Queensland Tourism Association, Committee Member. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hancock.
I move that Council endorse nomination of an application for Councillor Vincent to be considered for a committee member position on the Outback Queensland Tourism Association Committee.
Have a seconder? Councillor Davis, would you like to speak?
Thank you. I'm excited to see this come to the table and to provide an opportunity for one of our councillors and our portfolio chair for tourism to put their nomination forward to be on this committee. I think it's really important that we do have a seat at this table and that we have an opportunity to advocate for the Maranoa. So I'm hoping that Councillor Vincent's nomination will be accepted.
Notice that you've done that while she's not in the room, but Councillor Vincent, you wanted to speak?
Yes, I just want to reiterate what Councillor Hancock said. This is just a nomination to put a member of our region forward. So we'll see what happens from there. But I think it's very important at this time with the Tourism 2045 consultation that we've had, that we do try and get somebody from our region at the table.
Thanks, Councillor. Anyone else like to speak? We'll go to the vote. You do want to sum up? No. Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. Thanks, Greg. We'll go to 15.3. Roma Sale Yards Beef Banquet Post-Event Report. Morning, Georgia. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hancock.
Just a question. If we decided to split it between Fair Share and Beef Bank, if we gave it to Beef Bank, do you think they'd give it to Fair Share anyway?
Through the chair, Beef Bank provides protein to Fair Share for Fair Share to make the meals. So they wouldn't give it all the money to them per se. It would just go only towards sourcing meat.
Yeah.
Have we got any chance of rounding it up a little bit, like to 2,000 instead of 182017? Do we have any appetite for that?
Yes.
But then we will have to find that extra money.
We'll have to
Well,
come
that's
out
what I'm
of
asking.
Or lay it on the table and we can go back and find work order number, and unless we've got one on hand, we can have a look. We can go away and have a look.
I move we lay it on the table for further investigation.
if someone could have a look into that?
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be all right?
Is that right? Can you-
All those in favour of laying it on the table till later in the meeting?
Yes.
8-0.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you. $15.4, returning the moonlighting at Moffat banners. Councillor Brumpton.
I'll just check. Has
I have a
Councillor
conflict on this
Vincent
one.
Got a
Oh,
conflict?
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
councillor. I didn't have that on my list. When you're
Oh,
ready.
sorry, Wendy.
That's
Just
okay.
with training yesterday.
That's okay. When you're ready.
Okay. Sorry, Kel, can you just go up for me? So it's on item 15.4. The subject is returning the moonlighting in Moffat banners. The councillor with the conflict is myself and my mother-in-law, Brenda Vincent. Brenda Vincent and family is mentioned within the report. It is declarable conflict of interest, and I will leave the room while the matter is discussed and voted on.
Thank you, councillor. We'll just give you a quick text. Oh, too late, she's gone. Councillor Brumpton.
I'd like to move that Council 1 approve the return of the moonlighting in Moffat banners to the heirs of Karen Knight Muddle in accordance with the terms outlined in the donation agreement. 2, cover the transport costs for returning the banners utilising IAS Fine Art Logistics. 3, allocate the total cost of $2,305 plus GST to GL 2885.2001.2001 Arts and Culture Materials and Services.
Have a seconder. Councillor Davis, would you like to speak, councillor?
Yes, thanks to the officers for following up on this. We'd had a previous discussion about these banners and whether it was better for council to keep them and have them restored, and if we did return them to the heirs, if we would still have access to the copyright of the materials, which has been now confirmed, and the heir has requested and said that they would like to have the banners back and we can still have the use of the materials. So it seems like a win-win situation to me that we do that, and I think it's only fair that we allocate the money to return them safely to the heir of the person who created them for us.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour? 7-0. Could someone let Councillor Vincent know we're back and we'll just wait for her to come back online? Councillor Vincent's back online. 15.5, 2012/18302, change material minor, material change of use, high impact industry. Do I have a mover? Councillor Flynn.
Yes, I'd like to move that council issue a change decision notice in relation to the existing development approval, reference 2012/18302, for a material change of use to establish an industry, a high-impact industry, waste treatment and resource recovery facility and caretaker's residence located at 4540 Warrego Highway, Jackson, described as lots 26 and 28 on SP 318595, reflecting the changes as detailed below.
Seconded by Councillor Brompton. Would you like to speak, councillor?
No.
All right. Anyone like to speak? We'll go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. Okay, it's still sitting there, so there must be another one.
Yes, you've got 2 more to go.
Righto. 15.6, development application material change of use dwelling house domestic outbuilding, 85 Charles Street, Roma, reference 2025/21465. Do I have a mover?
Want to do it, Peter? Do you want to move this one?
When I find it.
Yeah.
Do Do I have a mover? Councillor O'Neill.
I'll move that the development application for material change of use, dwelling, house, domestic outbuilding located at 85 Charles Street, Roma, describes Lot 1 on RP 82514 be approved subject to the listed conditions and general advice.
Have a seconder? Councillor Flynn. Like to speak, councillor?
No, thank you.
Anyone like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. 15.7, change application other to existing development permit, material change of use, undefined use, blacksmith workshop, 42 Tiffin Street, Roma, reference 2022/20586. Do I have a mover? Councillor Flynn.
I'll move that change application or other to the existing development permit to a material change of use, medium impact industry and undefined use blacksmith workshop located at 42 Tiffin Street, Roma, described as lot 217 on WV 1651, be approved subject to the listed conditions and general advice with changes shown in blue.
Do I have a seconder?
Can I ask it?
Councillor Davis. I have a question. Councillor Vincent.
Yes, just on page 160, when it comes to the operating hours, it's only down to be open 3 days a week. Is this correct? Is this what they're asking, I should say?
Through the chair, Councillor Vincent, the blacksmith workshops are 3 days a week. The manufacturing at Farmers Forge is in condition 56, so that's Monday to Saturday, 6 till 6. So they've proposed the workshops 3 days a week, and then their other activities are the other days of the week.
Right, so the retail store is only open Friday, Saturday and Sunday?
That would come under the medium impact industry as well.
Which is under number 36.
Yeah, 56.
What,
Yeah.
no,
Councillor Hancock.
50.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, councillor.
Oh, the bit above. Sorry, I've got it now. Yeah, thank you.
Councillor Hancock.
I too have a question on the operating hours. Two of them. One of them, I'm still a bit, don't quite understand why we'd need to condition operating hours for the workshops and retail store to 3 days a week. Why couldn't it just be caught up in number 56? So
That was their proposal, and it is, I guess, a separately defined use, but we can, definitely consolidate them all into 56.
for me, if we sort of say that, we're locking them into that, what if their business grows and they decide, I can't see a disadvantage for a workshop or a retail store to be able to open at any time, unless we can see that. The other one is, I'm just querying 56, the operating hours for the manufacturing starting at 6 a.m. What are they in what zone are they?
They're in an industry zone.
So that is fine.
Yeah.
With that, okay. So through you, Madam Mayor, Kate, do you have any problems if we took out number 57?
I said we reflected what the applicant had requested, but we can.
I'm just worried about that if they do hold blacksmithing workshops or something on a public holiday, which they have done previously, that would not allow them to if we moved it to 56. We would have to reword that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, if they were proposing them on a public holiday, yes.
That's a good pick-up, Councillor Davis.
Councillor O'Neill.
Madam Mayor, my concerns there too is if they, because I know they do a traditional Tuesday, that they wouldn't be able to open their retail store on that day if the, because I know that's only a watching thing, but they wouldn't be able to open the retail store if it wasn't able to be open on a Tuesday.
I'm a little bit reluctant to change both proposals, given that it's we've had this matter to and fro from council for a period of time. and this is what the applicant has asked for, I don't see that we have the right to overrule the application of what the applicants are applying for.
They want, yeah. Councillor O'Neill, did you want something?
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. So Kate, on 56, operating hours for the media impact industry, by it not referencing the retail store, does that mean while they're there between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. between Monday and Saturday, or it'd be Monday and Thursday really, does that mean they can't sell anything in their ancillary retail store?
It's probably messy in that the definition of medium impact industry does allow a certain level of sales anyway. So it's probably, while the manufacturing is occurring, there is an ability for retail to be undertaken. That's pretty standard in your other industry
Well, that's
uses.
right. That's
And then I think the separation of it out is that in association with the workshops, it's not really ancillary to the industry use anymore. It's now just solely a retail activity. So it's we've probably doubled up just to be clear on where that retail fits. But if we get rid of 57 altogether and just have it as operating hours for the approved use are 6 till 6, Monday to Saturday, no manufacturing on or no activity on Sundays or public holidays, you could add the unless written agreement is provided, similar to what we did with the distillery, where if they did want to work on there was a public holiday that they wanted to run a workshop, they could write to council and get a written.
I mean, I'm of a similar view to Councillor Flynn. The applicants have asked specifically for what's in 57, right? I don't know why we would change that, given that's what they asked. But in 56, could we not somewhere show the operating hours for medium impact industry manufacturing is 6 to 6 p.m. From Monday through to Saturday, including their retail store?
We could probably just remove the ancillary retail store from 57, then it's not specifically listed in either of the descriptions, and
sense
then
to
it's
me.
broader again.
Yeah.
I have a further question.
Yes, councillor Hancock.
So are we saying that when they conduct a workshop on a Sunday, that there is no manufacturing in their workshops?
Not separate to the workshop, yes. So there's obviously a certain level of manufacturing that occurs during the workshops, but we don't want them also having their full manufacturing business operating on a Sunday.
Okay, so that doesn't contradict each other.
No.
Sorry, through your chair. So Kate, when you say it's a school group or a community group want to go there and learn how to do they can do that session on a Sunday because that's not the
Yeah. It's just that the owner can't be there on a Sunday manufacturing.
Yeah.
But they can workshop.
They can workshop.
Yeah.
So it'd still be the same amount of noise, but it's not as much. Is it the noise thing or?
And they might make different
Yeah.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be different noise levels. Yeah. Yeah, and look, the only reason I put up about getting rid of 57 was simply to try and actually make it better for their business.
It potentially reduces a further minor change that they would have to make later to remove 57.
That's the only reason I
Yeah.
was sort of thinking about that, but happy to go with. Have we actually moved it?
Oh, I don't know, I can't remember, I can't remember
Yeah,
that
you're gonna
part.
move
Yes.
Yes, that's right, you seconded. Who moved it?
Councillor
Ms.
Flynn.
Flynn.
So
Councillor
are we
Flynn.
going, sorry, just with Councillor Flynn's moving, are we taking out the retail store thing as you just discussed, or are we leaving it as it is?
I'd prefer to leave the document as is.
Okay.
Well, then for clarity though, for the general punter that reads this, that may be interested in this approval, would we then not include and retail store somewhere in the top bit? So it's very explicit that includes the retail element on those hours.
Because it's not changing what they requested,
changing
it's
what they're
just
requesting,
making
it's
it
making
clear
it
they
clearer.
can have the retail store open.
But
During
leave
their normal
57 as it
operating
is,
hours.
but include ancillary retail store somewhere in 56.
Well, if councillor Flynn's not happy, doesn't the seconder need to be happy? Yes. Then I think I would prefer to change it to include ancillary.
So in this case, I mean, I'll move that we include in 56 ancillary retail store.
You're moving an amendment.
I'm moving an amendment.
And you're leaving 57 as it is.
I'll leave 57 as it is, just including the words ancillary retail store, operating hours of medium impact industry
where
are
in that
restricted
doc-
6
in
p.m. to
56?
6 p.m. Monday to Saturday, including, in brackets, including ancillary retail store.
So I think
Else put it
Councillor
on.
Finn's.
I'm saying where it's going. That's what he wants to know.
Yeah, I don't think you might have to move it, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Why I still have to move it until the mayor asks, does the mover and the seconder accept the amendment?
Yeah. Is that what we want? Is that what you
Including
are aiming
ancillary
for?
retail store. Yep.
Yeah. Is the mover happy with that amendment?
Yes.
The seconder?
But I'm just making sure that that includes the
It goes to 6 p.m. Then we're putting them here on these
Sundays and public holidays.
Including ancillary retail store. No, sorry, Kel. That stays as is in 57.
Yeah, I'm trying to remove it.
Oh, no worries. Okay, yeah, no worries. Including ancillary retail store with input hours 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in that where it's green, so it's not contradicting each other.
But yet 57 will contradict that
Yeah.
because on Friday and Saturday and Sunday they have to shut at 4. Like I know that's what they've asked for in 57. We're just trying to get our side of it right so we're not contradicting ourselves. Because what we're really saying is a retail store.
Retail
is-
store can operate while the use has approval to operate. So yeah, you could. It'd probably be easier just to take it out of 57.
That's right. Why wouldn't you just remove it out of 57 and have it covered in 56 and then just leave it about the workshops in 57?
Yeah, righto.
That means they can sell, when they're there from 6 to 6 p.m, they've got an opportunity to sell their goods.
Yep, I see your point.
Yeah. Are you happy with that, councillor Davis?
So I'll propose a amendment to my amendment, which is remove ancillary retail store in 56 as it was put in, and remove it in 57.
We can leave it in 56, councillor O'Neill, and just remove it out of 57.
No,
You can.
Why?
Come on.
contradicts it.
Well, it doesn't
There'd
because the
be
retail.
Sundays and public holidays. Or you're opening it on,
Also I'm suggesting is that they can operate their business, sell stuff from 6 till, when they're open, 6 or 7, 6 to 6.
Through the mayor, the officer did advise us that if we took it out of both, it would be covered.
Yeah.
So why don't I?
So that's what I've moved now.
Okay, you have moved. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Remove including ancillary retail store from 56 and 57. That's the amendment I'm putting forward, Mayor.
Right.
Do you need to say that?
No, the mayor needs to see if the
Yeah,
original
so-
movement.
Councillor Flynn, are you happy with that?
I think it's been taken out of my hands now. I'd prefer not to agree to the amendment.
Are you happy with the amendment?
No, he's not.
No.
No.
Well, he's not. So
So you need a seconder.
I need a seconder for your amendment.
Yeah.
Yes. Councillor Davis?
I'll second the amendment.
Okay. All those in favour of the amendment?
Yes.
Against? 8-1. I'm just noting that councillor Burkett is in the room. Right, so now that is the motion. Would you like to speak? Do you have to have a mover for the motion?
No, it becomes the
It's
motion.
all
So the
good.
original
Do you
mover
want to
is.
speak?
I'm happy to speak. I think this has been a good discussion. I think we've got to a place where it does clear it up. It still gives the applicants ultimately what they sought to achieve, which was their retail store. It's just very clear as in terms of the hours in which they can operate.
All right. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Davis?
I'd just like to say that thank the council staff for working with the local business. It is something new to town and something different. Their workshops have been well attended, and yeah, wish them all the best with their manufacturing workshop and retail.
Very good. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor
Yeah, I'd like to speak. I'm voting for this motion. Again, I'd like to thank the officers for the work they've put into this and the support that council has been given in difficult circumstances to the applicant here. And I just believe that some of the discussion we've had this morning has been unnecessary. That's the reason why I voted against the amendment. I think we've taken it out of the council officers' hands and we've overruled them.
Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Hancock.
Yes, I'm going to support the motion as it stands. I think the discussion this morning has been proactive because our heart is really just to be able to provide the local business the best possibility to be able to sell their goods while they're there and their business is open. I actually think this is a good decision for the business. I have to support them, so that's why I'm supporting this today.
Councillor Vincent.
Yes, I'd like to support this amended motion today. It'll makes it clearer for the business, and I also believe that it'll save them having to come back to council if there wasn't any like a clear definition of when they can open their retail shop. And we'd really like to see this business succeed and go ahead. And thank you for the staff for working with them with this business throughout this process.
Thank you. Councillor Burkett.
Yeah, I'm fully supportive. I think I was lucky enough to go and have a look at his previous business location. I think it's a great business, and I thank the staff also for getting this through, and also congratulations to the owner and wish him all the best in the future. I think it's a great spot where he is.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Brompton.
Yeah, the same for me. I'd like to thank the operator for the work that they've done to create a business in town, and I think we have taken the officer's advice by removing the wording. It just saved the unnecessary chance of misunderstanding, which is what we as councillors had when we read it. So I think we've clarified with the officer's assistance by removing that wording. It's the intent is there of what was originally intended, and just made it clear for everyone.
Would you like to? Anyone else like to speak? Would you like to sum up?
Yeah, thanks,
Just
Mayor.
before we vote, should the second and auxiliary retail store be taken out as well? I'm just not sure what you're seeing on the screen.
Yeah,
It is out.
It is out.
Okay,
Got a line through it.
But there's two there.
there's two there.
Oh,
It's just operating hours for the blacksmith workshops
The
are
57.
restricted to.
57's got a second.
57 got double.
It's
Oh,
got
it's
it
got
doubled
two.
up.
Oh, sorry, Councillor Vince, I said that.
Oh, is there a line through the other one? There is. Okay. Councillor O'Neill.
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. All credit to Mick and Marty Henricks. I mean, this is a business that they've grown from the ground up and are both very passionate about it. And I've seen them speak on their business at previous business events in Roma, and the fact that all councillors have sought to put some words behind this motion shows the support that we have for fledgling businesses in our community, and so we tip our hat to them, and it's wonderful to see that they're using what was a vacant industrial premises, and it's breathing new life into that as well, and I wish them all the success, and I think this is another draw card in our community, and I think it's something that will continue to grow, and all credit to them, and wish them all the best.
Thank you. On that note, we'll go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
9-0. 15.8, user agreement, Injune Museum, Injune District Tourism, aspects of Cultural Heritage, Injune Preservation Society, CHIPS. Councillor Vincent, you have a conflict?
Yes, I'd like to declare a conflict of interest on item 15.8, the user agreement for the Injune Museum, Injune District Tourism, Spicing for Cultural Heritage, Injune Preservation Society. The declaring councillor is myself, Councillor Jane Vincent. Oh, that's the wrong one, Kel. The person with the interest is my mother, Janice Humphreys. Janice is the secretary of CHIPS and the user agreement is for that group. It's a prescribed conflict of interest and I'll leave the room while the matter is discussed and voted on.
Thank you. All right, do I have a mover? Councillor O'Neill.
I'll move the council entering into an exclusive user agreement with the Injune District Tourism Association Incorporated, auspicing for Cultural Heritage Injune Preservation Society Committee for a period of 3 years for the use of the Injune Museum located on lot 315 on SP 315367. 2, grant exclusive use of the kitchen located within the museum, with the committee responsible for managing all kitchen usage bookings. 3, decline the committee's request to include the use of the adjoining land located on lot 314 on I7182, with the option to reconsider at the renewal date of the user agreement. And 4, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to execute the user agreement.
Have a seconder. Councillor Brompton, would you like to speak, councillor?
Thanks, Mayor. This formalises the arrangement with the group on what is an exciting project and new facility for the Injune community. We've obviously in previous meetings made some financial contributions towards the fit out to the new museum, and this is another step in the right direction in working with a very passionate group of volunteers for this facility, and I look forward to continue working with them over the life of this agreement.
Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Brompton.
I'd just like to echo what Councillor O'Neill said and thank the committee for the continuing work they've done with the passion they've had, with a few knockbacks to get this happening, and also now with the their idea to use the kitchen to make goods to sell as an ongoing fundraiser for them. So I'd like to congratulate them on the continued work they've done to get the museum happening, and this is another step along the way.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Brogan.
Yeah, just to follow on from my colleagues, I think it's great that for a small group that they've showed a bit of resilience and they keep pushing forward. I think this is a step forward. I do understand about the adjoining land. I think down the track it will add to it. It'll be a perfect block because a lot of it's already done there, the concrete and the edging and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's a good positive way forward, and hopefully they'll get some funding to finish it off.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Would you like to sum up,
No, thank
councillor?
you.
Let's go to the vote. All those in favour? 8-0. Going on to the lake, could someone just let Councillor Vincent know? Move back. Thank you. Councillor Vincent is back. L1, host site agreement, Maranoa Radio Network Inc. Councillor Seawright, you have a conflict?
Yes, I have a conflict on item L1, host site agreement, Maranoa Radio Network Incorporated. The declaring council is myself, Brandon Seawright. The person of interest is myself. I am the president of one of the user groups that have been consulted in relation to this proposal. It is a declarable conflict of interest. Although I have a declarable conflict of interest, I do not believe a reasonable person could have a perception of bias. Therefore, I will choose to remain in the meeting. However, I will respect the decision of the meeting on whether I can remain and participate in the decision.
Councillor Brompton.
I move that it's in the public interest that Councillor Seawright participates and votes on agenda item L1 because a reasonable person would trust that the decision is made in the public interest.
Seconder. Councillor Davis. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hancock.
I move that Council 1 enter into a host site agreement with Maranoa Radio Network Inc. for the use of the former SES shed and mast as local showgrounds for a 5-year term. 2, approves an amendment to Council's fees and charges schedule to include an annual radio licence fee of $550 inclusive of GST. 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to to execute the host site agreement.
Have a seconder? Councillor Brompton. Leah, is that $550 per year or for the whole thing?
Through the chair, per year.
Per year, yep.
Annual, yeah, it says annual.
Yep. Would you like to speak, councillor?
No thanks.
Anyone like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
9-0. L2, additional and alternate activities during the closure of the Denise Spencer Pool, Roma. Do I have a mover? Councillor O'Neill.
I'll move that Council 1 endorse the delivery of the following initiatives to be supported during Term 3 school holidays. A, Regional Queensland Ballet, and B, bus to the Yulbar Water Play Park. 2, endorse the delivery of the following initiatives as a trial period in Term 4 of 2025, including A, Regional Pool Bus Initiative, and B, Sprinkler Afternoon to the Roma Pump Track. 3, monitor and report on participation, community feedback, and any resource or budget implications to inform continuation of these initiatives in Term 1, 2026, with outcomes to be presented back to Council. 4, endorse the following activities to be included during the Roma Term 4 school holiday program. A, water slide hire, and B, outdoor movie night. 5, continue to liaise with the community groups to discuss potential partnerships, explore additional initiatives, and encourage shared promotion or activities. And promotion of activities. And I just... And I should just note in here somewhere, probably here's fine, Kel, at the end, that costs will be drawn from GL to 888 2265 2001 Youth Holiday Program. That's where it's coming from? Correct, yep.
I'm happy to second, Chair, the question, but first, through you, Deputy CEO, the bus hire, $900, that per trip, so if they're going to, is that they've allowed for? Because that's just, we could probably get a bit of saving there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so through the Mayor, that's the initial quotes that were prepared there for the purposes of this report. I'm sure the officers can have a look at that, but yeah, for the purposes of this report, that's what that was initially prepared.
Yeah, I'm happy to second it.
Seconded by councillor Burkett. Anybody else got any questions? Would you like to speak to it, councillor?
I will. I just wonder... Oh, no, I'll do a separate report. No, it's fine. Very happy to see this come to the table today. Councillor Flynn and myself, who are part of the strategic group committee for the pool, with key leaders within the organisation, had a conversation at our committee meeting on Monday in and around this report. I think these are good initiatives that are worth trialling. I think it's important to highlight that it is a trial and that council should be nimble enough that if something's not working, that we can change tact to ensure that we are doing our best to mitigate the closure of the pool here and providing some opportunities for the holiday program. I do note there will be a further report coming to council in the not too distant future in how we are going to, over the summer period, support other demographics other than the ones that would be inclined to use these initiatives over the school holiday program. What we're going to put in place there to help support those communities, that demographic that is missing out on the pool as well. And so I think this is a step in the right direction. Thanks to Cam and Lucy for coming forward with this, and I hope there's the uptake that we think there will be in the community.
Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Burkett?
Yeah, I'm fully supportive. I think it is a great initiative, and thanks to the staff. It is also not only for the Roma residents, the families and the youth of the town, it'll have a little flow on a benefit to all the little regional towns. So I think that's a bonus and might show people that probably don't necessarily drive to those areas that there's something else to offer in the area. So it's a good flow on effect, and I once again thanks to the staff.
Anyone else like to speak? Would you like to sum up, councillor?
No, thank you.
Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
9-0. L3, Roma Rugby Union Football Club request for assistance. Councillor Brompton.
Can I move that this be laid on the table till later in the meeting?
All those in favour?
Do we need a
Yes.
reason?
Do we need a
Do we
reason?
need a reason?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think, can we just move the
Just
agenda
move.
item to the last, we deal with the last agenda on
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Change the
All those
wording.
in favour of laying on the table for the...
No.
No, so move it, move this item be the last
Item.
dealt with on the agenda,
Agenda.
and that's a mover and a second.
Oh, so I have a seconder for that? Councillor Davis. All those in favour?
Yes.
9-0. Have we got any conflicts before we go into closed? Starting with me. C1. Oh, hang on, I'm not
I do have one in the late, we're going to stay in close once we go on close.
Yep.
I do know that.
I have one. I'll go first, yes. C1, application for conversion of tender at lot 3973 on PH 102 and lot 1694 on SP 276268. The declaring councillor is Wendy Taylor, is myself. The registered leasee is Roderick Handley. The Handley's name of my property will read out west of Mungalala. It's a prescribed conflict of interest, and although I have a declarable, sorry, Kel, it's a declarable conflict of interest, sorry. Although I have a declarable conflict of interest, I do not believe a reasonable person could have the perception of bias. Therefore, I will choose to remain in the meeting. However, I will respect the decision of the meeting on whether I can remain and participate in the decision. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hancock.
I move that it is in the public interest that councillor Taylor participates and votes on agenda item C1 because a reasonable person would trust that the decision is made in the public interest.
Seconder, councillor Seawright. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. The next conflict is councillor Hancock.
I would like to declare a conflict on item LC1, description instruction pool management agreement, option to renew. Declaring councillor is Councillor Joanne Hancock, person with interest is myself. Particulars of interest is the pool manager, Mel Sutton, was a scrutiny of me at the election. Type of conflict is a declarable conflict of interest, and action remain. Although I have a declarable conflict of interest, I do not believe a reasonable person can have a perception of bias. Therefore, I will choose to remain in the meeting. However, I will respect the meeting on whether I can remain and participate in the decision.
Have any words? Councillor Seawright.
I move that it is in the public interest that Councillor Hancock participates and votes on agenda item LC1 because a reasonable person would trust that the decision is made in the public interest.
Have a seconder, councillor Davis. All those in favour?
Yes.
8-0. Is that it?
Yep.
All good. Someone move we go into close, please. Councillor Seawright.
I move that in accordance with the provisions of section 254J3 of the Local Government Regulation 2012, the council resolved to close the meeting to the public at 9:50 a.m. to discuss confidential items that the council considers that its councillors consider is necessary to close the meeting. In accordance with section 254J5 of the Local Government Regulation 2012, the following table provides the matters to be discussed, an overview of what is to be discussed while the meeting is closed. C1, application for conversion of tenure on lot 3973 on PH 102 and lot 1694 on SP 276268. LC1, Surat Swimming Pool Management Agreement, option to renew. LC2, Tender 25021, Contract Award for Yulbar Surat Road Upgrade, CH 54 to 62.8 kilometres.
That's
I
it.
think that's it, yep.
Okay, we have a seconder. Councillor Burkett, all those in favour?
Yes.
9-0. We're now enclosed.
Yep. Just for those that are following our proceedings, the Mayor has stepped away to represent Council on a Southwest Regional Organisation of Council meeting that was scheduled to start at 12 o'clock. So that's why I'm in the chair. C1 is up now, and that is application for conversion of tenure lot 3973 on PH 102 and lot 1694 on SP 276268. Is there a mover? There is. Councillor Brumpton.
I move that Council 1 offer no objection to the conversion of term lease PH 36/3973 over lot 3973 on PH 102 to freehold tenure. 2, offer no objection to the conversion of term lease PH 36/1694 over lot 1694 on SP 276268 to freehold tenure, subject to the condition that A, there are no adverse impacts, financial, operational, or regulatory, that would diminish Council's ability to access or utilise current or future quarry resources for sales permit 2023011 over part of lot 1694 on SP 276268, which permits the extraction of up to 100,000 tonnes of material per annum. And 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to execute documentation in relation to this decision.
Thanks, Councillor Brumpton. As the seconder is Councillor Burkett. Does the mover wish to speak?
No.
She does not. I'll put that. All in favour?
Yes.
That's carried 8-0. On to the Lake Confidential, LC1, Surat Swimming Pool Management Agreement, option to renew. Is there a mover? There is. Councillor Hancock.
I move that Council 1 approve the extension of the Surat Swimming Pool Management Agreement for a further 3-year term expiry on 31st of August 2028. 2, approve an annual management fee of $185,358.67, including GST and CPI as per agreement. 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to sign documentation relating to the renewal of the agreement.
Thanks, Councillor Hancock. Is there a seconder? There is. Councillor Brumpton. Does the mover wish to speak?
I just have one quick question.
Sure.
Through you, Deputy, there's no term to extend after the 3 years. It will have to come back.
Through the chair, correct. It's due to be released as a tender at the end of this term.
Sure. Okay. No worries. Thank you.
Do you wish to speak?
Thank you. Just like to say that I'm supporting this motion today. The pool manager has been operating the Surat Swimming Pool for many years, and she does an exceptional job for the Maranoa Regional Council. Wanting to note that while she's been there, she has had no marks against her name. She's brought it up to speed, and she does offer assistance with her experience. So just like to thank Mel for what she does as the leasee of the pool, and looking forward to another great swimming season that's coming at us really quickly.
Thanks, Councillor Hancock. Anyone else or a speaker against? Further speaker for? I'll speak. I too, I'll support this. The work that Mel does as operator of Surat is first class, and that is not coming from a user's experience, but it is coming from feedback from the community. Having visited the site a number of times over my terms on council, we've got a very passionate pool operator. If the last few months have taught me anything with the closure of the Roma pool and what we're doing there, we've got people that are very supportive of the investment that council makes into our pool facilities, and they are a much loved and required asset across our region. And it's great to have someone that is as passionate as the users of the Surat pool that's running it. And so I'm very supportive of the motion before us. Do you wish to sum up, Councillor Hancock?
No, thanks.
With that, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Yes.
That's carried 8-0. LC2. Tender 25021, contract award for Yulba Surat Road upgrade, chainage 54 to 62.8. Is there a mover? There is. Councillor Hancock.
I'd like to move that Council 1 select Sufcon Pty Ltd as the preferred tenderer for tender 25021 Yulba Surat Road upgrade project. 2, note the preferred tenderer price of $11,134,123.58 excluding GST exceeds available budget. 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or Delegate to enter into contract negotiations with Sufcon Pty Ltd and execute the contract if final terms are acceptable and the contract value is within the approved project budget. 4, authorise the nominated superintendent for council, the delegation to order variations up to the value of the approved budget. 5, note the final completed road upgrade length is likely to be less than the nominated project title due to funding constraints.
Thanks, Councillor Hancock. Is there a seconder? There is. Councillor Davis. Does the mover wish to speak?
Thank you. This is an exciting motion that I hope gets supported by council today. This project is once again adding to the bitumen of the Surat-Yulba Road, which not only does a lot of our tourists use, that connects us from Surat to Yulba, but a lot of our economic development from our trucks and cartage actually use that as well. So just being able to put some bitumen down, extending our bitumen along that road, if we just keep chipping away at the bitumen, eventually maybe one day that road will be fully bitumened. But noting, as I have learnt, that it is very, very expensive to bitumen roads, and so therefore thanks so very much about the funding that has come forward so that we can actually be able to do this for our region.
Thanks, Councillor Hancock. Speaker against? Further speaker for? I'm going to speak in favour, and I would have moved it had I been sitting over there. But I think this is very exciting to have this before council, and the speed in which this has come to council in light of the recent funding announcements from the Queensland Country Roads Connect program from the Queensland government. This has bolstered what we've been able to look at in terms of this project, and I think that's pretty exciting. You talk about, Councillor Hancock, some of the economic benefit of this particular road. The information that was provided to me when I recently spoke on ABC Radio about this is, according to CSIRO, 32,000 tonnes of freight worth over $40 million moves along this road each and every year. So it's a major connector in our region, and I just think it's so wonderful that we've got funding available that goes into these inter-shire roads where often we hear we need further upgrades to our major highways. The Warrego Highway gets a lot of discussion, but these inter-shire roads are really important as well. And if we can continue as a council in future years of this council term and future council terms into the future, chip away at actually achieving that full length to be bitumised, I think that's going to be a massive achievement for council in providing that network road for our community. So I'm very supportive of this, and I welcome the work that our CEO and or delegate is going to do to negotiate to get this works within the council budget that we've allocated. Any further speakers? Does the mover wish to sum up? I'll put the resolution. Those in favour?
Yes.
That's carried 8-0. Now, we're back to
Beef banquet, 15.3.
15.3. Which is the Roma Sayad's Beef Banquet Post-Event Report. We had a mover, which was Councillor Hancock. Then we laid this on the table. Councillor Hancock, there's a further resolution there. Are you?
Yep, happy to move. I move that Council 1 receive the Roma Sayad's Beef Banquet Post-Event Report, and 2, endorse the donation of $2,000 to Fair Share, comprising of $1,820.17 in profit from the ticket sales for the Roma Sayad's Beef Banquet, and $179.83 from GL 2883.2001.2001.
Is there a seconder? There is, Councillor Brumpton. Just that GL, Rob, is that, what is it?
Councillor.
Councillor
Can we
Hancock.
tell you?
It's the general operations, but you're
Yeah, correct. The CEO's
General
correct. It's just
operations.
general operations from the tourism budget.
Okay.
And there is, through Deputy CEO, there is money in there to afford that.
Wonderful. All right, thank you. Would you like to speak as a mover?
Thank you. Just would like to acknowledge the post-event report, actually, and congratulations to our staff who run a really great event out there at the sale yards. I noticed some of the feedback that come through from people who attended was they actually really loved where we had the banquet and being able to eat our food and listening to the cattle in the pens, which obviously was where the bigger event had finished with the driving of the cattle, was exceptional. And so thanks to the staff for that. On the night, just want to acknowledge once again, not only did our staff organise the event, they actually worked on the night, and they were our
Waiters?
They were our waiters, and they did a A1 job. Like, it was really very full of class and something to be proud of as councillors when we were sitting there at the event on how well that went. And so, yeah, thanks so much to our staff for that event. Just want to acknowledge that we have decided to pull $179 out of the $179.83 out of our operations budget just to top up the donation to Fair Share to make it a round figure of $2,000. That donation will go towards providing food for the homeless people, which is a great charity and great organisation to support. And the chef on the night was from Fair Share, and he had donated his time to be able to provide that beautiful meal for us. And so happy to send off that donation as a result of the profits made with our little bit of a top up for the night.
Thanks, Councillor Hancock. Speaker against? Further speaker for? There's not. I'll put the resolution. Those in favour?
Oh, did Jane want to say something?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. Carried. And now the last item
L3.
is L3. Everything else is done, Kel? Yep. L3, Roma Rugby Union Football Club request for assistance. Councillor Brumpton.
I move that this item be
Deferred.
to a special meeting on Wednesday, the 17th of September 2025, to allow council to receive updated information on the requests and the detail around the request for assistance.
Just in case he doesn't come back with information, I'll just say to upcoming special meeting.
Yeah, good point.
I just said to councillors that we were waiting for that additional information. Did you want to lock yourself in for that exact date in case that we don't get it, or just
To a future meeting?
to an upcoming special meeting?
Upcoming special meeting, okay.
If that's okay, just in case we are waiting on the group to come back to us.
Do you just want to read that again, Councillor
I move that this item be deferred to an upcoming special meeting to allow council to receive further information.
Thanks, Councillor Brumpton. Seconder. Councillor Seawright, do you wish to speak?
I'd like to thank the club for spending time with us today to try and iron out some of the issues and some of our questions, but we both realised, both the club and ourselves, that we couldn't make a decision today because more information had to be provided before we could move forward with this, because of the complications of planning schemes and other things that probably weren't quite fully understood.
Thanks, Councillor Brumpton. Speaker against? Further speaker for? I'll put that. Those in favour?
Yes.
That's carried 8-0. No further business, councillors? No, with that, I'll close the meeting at 12:47.